Today is November 15th. It is Wednesday, 9:38 a.m. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Wars. Let's take a look at the markets. Today I got a lot of topics going on. It's pretty exciting times we're living in, and just sort of giving an update on what I've been up to and sort of my involvement in the space. So right now I'm working on kind of like forming my own consulting business sort of around, cryptocurrency, almost like a financial advisory firm for, stocks type thing, right? And, just sort of giving advice and how to spread this knowledge, the knowledge that I have on the space and, give my own take on it sort of thing. And, just find ways to get people involved and help them, make their lives better through this tech, right? And it's interesting trying to, not negotiate, but that's basically how the biggest moves are made is when you do go through with negotiations, and it's a hard, those are hard steps to take that because you want everyone to do well and everyone to sort of prosper off an idea without anyone getting too hurt as well, because you hear it all the time when people are doing business, negotiating. One person might screw the other person over, out of their kindness, or people that are passive versus aggressive, right? When you're negotiating, you have some people that are like, yeah, we'll make money and whatever, very honest people, and then you have others who are looking to take advantage of those honest people for greedful purposes. And it's not that there's any of that's going on, currently for me. It's actually been not like that at all. If anything, it's complete opposite. It's all been, really great. And, the nice thing too is I feel like when it comes to this space, it's kind of funny. It's when it comes to investing money in some sort of business model around it, you can always ask yourself, is there already a model out there that is more beneficial for my pockets? And, right now there is, and that's the thing. So there's no need to be quick to spend money or, on your own project type thing surrounding the space. Although it is nice to sort of, just occupy your time and it gets things moving a lot faster. But at the same time, the risk, there's always risk involved with any business, running your own business type thing. So it's always good to be cautious and make sure you're getting revenues first, make sure you already have money coming in through the business, and then just take everything you're making and put it back into the business, especially like something like this, because there's not really any overhead. I think the best way to start a business is by networking at first. That's how you start out. No matter what, if you're looking for work, how do I get from point, to zero? If you're anybody, a laborer, whatever, how do you get a job and things? Actually, it's funny because, when I'm growing up, when people tell you like how to get jobs, are they, in school, they're like, oh, you're going to have an interview and an application and all these things, right? You walk in, you picture yourself like walking into Macy's, like sitting down with some lady or something and just going through some interview of bullshit, right? Or like, I don't know, it's hilarious that we don't teach our children the right ways to like get work. For example, networking is way more productive in the sense of getting jobs than, or getting work than fucking going store to store and filling out an application. Like, if you meet someone and you're personal with them and they know that you're good at whatever it is you do and they trust your personality, you're much more likely to land a job that way, So, yeah, but they don't teach that shit in college. Like, I've been to college and things, and they don't give real life information. It's because real life information doesn't really usually enter a classroom because it's not the real life, right? But it's just funny that we don't take the initiative to do that. Like, you should have a networking, even in college, they should have networking events going on. I'm sure there might be in some institutions, more tech uh, type, you know, I don't know. I mean, I didn't go to the greatest schools, but what I'm saying is, even in high school, you should have networking sort of courses, right? Because what do you use more in reality? Like, networking is actually a huge part of making deals and any type of business stuff. So, and when you hear it at first, it kind of seems silly because you have some people who are like professional networkers. It's like you just talk to people for a living, but you usually need something to sell, obviously, and then apply it to your business or some sort of knowledge to give. But anyways, off of that, I hope maybe to have like my own token, tied to this consulting business. It would obviously be like traded privately because SEC regulations and things. But if you could then make it public somehow, it'd be kind of cool, to have like a consulting firm that actually takes income in crypto, and then you could actually trade your shares against other cryptos like BitShares if you were to use the BitShares platform. So that's kind of the long-term vision, is to kind of like be able to have shares of a crypto consulting firm traded against openly on the markets, which through BitShares, like, it's possible because BitShares just like the user issued asset just opens so many doors for businesses. So as far as that goes, that's just a great business model platform, not even speculative things. So then, I want to talk too about mainstream markets, indexes. I was talking how they could, go down, and we're seeing a lot of volatility. Today, the Dow is down 150 points, but it's kind of just like entering. This isn't anything yet, like it could very well sort of correct or even slide to, 21,000 and bump. I don't know, but it is also possible that we're seeing the beginning of something really big, So. It's hard to know. It's not so much a matter of if, but when, It could take years. It could take weeks. You just don't know. But it's going to happen. Perception of time is a big thing in this sort of stuff, And as far as BTC, it's up to 7,000 today. The altcoins, some of them are bleeding out, some of them are doing well. It's kind of just, I don't know, another day. As far as where we're going, it'll be interesting. It did see a pretty good correction, but it does have a very like solid base around 5,800. I think we're not going to go below there anytime soon, unless we see some sort of, something out of left field or something. But I think once ETFs and things start rolling out, then you're really going to see some price jumping, because there's a lot of people who don't trust putting a lot of money into the actual coin, which does kind of make sense, right? Because it's like you've heard the stories of people losing, like I just watched a video from freaking Craig Grant that he lost like 100 Bitcoin. Like, dude, you don't lose that amount of Bitcoin. Like, I mean, that's fucked. And it was because he was using freaking BitConnect. Like, I don't say like he deserved that, because he really didn't. Trust me. Like, that's pretty painful. That's gonna be even more painful when he's looking at the price of Bitcoin 5 years from now. But he was he wasn't very humble about how he was like, he just was every day posting how much Bitcoin he had in his wallet. And then like it just disappears out of thin air. It's like, yeah, man, like that shit happens, So what I'm getting at basically is the idea of just holding it as security. And I mean, to have it, he said it was like a technical thing that someone didn't even steal it, but that it's like technical. But then he said like people were trying to hack his Gmail account and all this shit. It's like that's why you don't use a third party with your fucking coins, right? I mean, this guy's been in it forever, and then he loses, dude, 70 BTC. That's a fucking lot of money, man. You could sit there and say like, oh, it's no big deal. Like, no, that's bad. Like, he was very careless, I think. And you know what? I could be on the other side of that one day, and I've been in situations and I have lost that, and so like I do feel sympathy for him, and that does suck. But it's just like it was one of those things where it's like that was so not coincidental, right? Like every day posting your wallet and the amount you have in your Exodus wallet, showing the world get involved in BitConnect because you've been very successful in crypto and just sucking people into this basically a third-party scam, and then you end up getting screwed for it. It's direct karma, and it's actually kind of sad for him because I think he should just question himself where he is spiritually, because I think he's a really great guy, and I remember watching him when he was nobody, and and when he was nobody, like he was a very spiritual, philosophical dude, and I think he just kind of got caught up in the game, and like then that fucking happened. Like I witnessed the whole series of events. It was crazy. So, all right, peace.